Presidency backs Herdsmen and rejects Southern Governor's ban on open grazing. The presidency has berated the ban on open grazing resolved by the Southern governors. It said the Southern governors attempted to place a ban on open grazing to demonstrate their power. This was contained in a statement issued by Garba Shehu, a senior special assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, on Monday. Mr. Shehu said President Muhammadu Buhari has expressed a strong resolve to address the conflicts of herders as well as the associated problem of the gun-wielding killer herdsmen. According to him, the president had approved a number of specific measures to bring a permanent end to the frequent skirmish and recommended by Alhaji Sabo Nanunu, the Minister of Agriculture, in a report he submitted, and the president signed off on it back in April. Well, before the actions of the Southern Governors Forum, which attempts to place a ban on open grazing and other acts of politicking intended by its signatories to demonstrate their power. It is very clear that there was no solution offered from their resolution to the herder-farmer clashes that have been continuing in our country for generations. But the citizens of the southern states, indeed citizens of all states of Nigeria, have a right to expect their elected leaders and representatives to find answers to challenges of governance and rights, and not to wash their hands off hard choices by instead issuing bans that says "not in my state." Mr. Shehu said it is equally true that their announcement is of questionable legality. He cited the constitutional right of all Nigerians to enjoy the same rights and freedoms within every one of our 36 states and FCT, regardless of the state of their birth or residence. Fortunately, this declaration has been preempted for whatever it is intended to achieve, and Mr. President, who has rightly been worried about these problems more than any other citizen in consultation with farmers and herders class, and commissioned and approved an actionable plan of rehabilitating grazing reserves in the state, starting with those that are truly committed to the solution and compliant with stated requirements. With veterinary clinics, water points for animals, and facility for herders and their families, including schooling. Through these rehabilitated reserves, the federal government is making far-reaching and practical changes, allowing for different communities to coexist side by side, supporting farmers to till their fields, herders to rear their livestock, and Nigerians everywhere to be safe. The entire country is actually aware of the strain of the COVID-19 pandemic has taken on public finances for both federal and state, still given the pressing urgency of addressing the perennial challenges. The federal funding for the project that has been delayed is now being partly unlocked. Actual work for the full actualization of the modern reserve system in a few of the consenting states should take off in June. Well, Politics Nigeria recalls that 2 weeks ago, 17 governors from the southern region of the country met in Asaba, Delta State. One of the resolutions of the state governors include a ban of open grazing of cattle and the need for ranching. The governors also spoke on their need for restructuring for equal opportunities with other regions. However, the communique of the meeting has elicited debates on the legality or otherwise of the ban. Yet now you've listened to what the federal government or the representative have just said concerning open grazing. What are your take? What are your reactions towards this? But before then, let's check the comment section and see what Nigerians are up to. Well, someone says so much killings in Nigeria since the demon became president. President Muhammadu Buhari is a demon. God will continue to punish your generation, according to this person. And someone says an endless amen. President should come with his cow to people's farm in the south and see if the cow will live to see the light of the day. Well, so let him know. The presidency has no legitimate power to stop or kick against the decision of the southern states. That is why it's important to break up. We are tired of your northern, you have spoiled this country. Well, the 17 state governors of the South came together to deliberate on cattle rearing, but they only placed ban on open grazing. They have not stopped cattle rearing. Well, is it the English that is not correct, or they don't understand the English meaning ban of open grazing, not ban of cattle rearing? The southern governors that came together to meet, they only said they ban open grazing, as in what the ban really means is that stop parading your cattle from one place to another. Get a ranch, get a place that you would rear your cow, but not parading it. That's what the ban really simply means. But they have not scrap or stop cattle rearing. Maybe they don't understand what the ban is all about. Continuing with the comment, power they intoxicated presidency. Now I have known why the fight of ban of open grazing. Maybe they are part of the patron or whichever, and they wouldn't want that, or they have other agendas, or they have another mission why the ban shouldn't take place, just because they are in disguise to Fulanize or Islamize the country. Somebody says you guys are just talking trash. Any cow or Fulani man seen in the southeast is a dead person. Just try it. No, it shouldn't be like that. Any Fulani man seen parading their cows to people's farm, you can do whatever you want to do. But if they can buy a land for ranching and they keep their cow in one place, well, it's okay by them. It was reported earlier that Malami was comparing the spare part business to cattle rearing in the south, that they don't have the right to ban. But if he now compares that, if the governors in the northern part now decide to ban spare part business, is that not a good example of that, according to Malami? But the reaction was no, because the spare part business owners, they have their shop rented, they pay their tax, they are in one place, they don't parade their parts business all over, and they don't kill, they don't rape, they don't kidnap, compared to what the herdsmen have been doing in the south. Mad people everywhere, let's see the cows in the south again, unless you want to provide free meat to us, no problem. So many people have been reacting that they don't want to see those cows paraded in the streets of the south. Rather, they should just keep it in one place and rear their cattle. Empty talk. What he could not stop for the past 6 years is now he wants to resolve it after the death of 1 million people. This is wickedness of leadership. Is this report true? If it's true, the presidency does not want insecurity problem to be solved, meaning killing will continue. Brainless animal. Well, I'll keep saying it. It's best this country divides and everybody go their separate ways. How can you be imposing people on other by force? We don't want it be good, and you are making the people more determined. Expect the outcome from their people. One thing we must know that we are not in support of this open grazing. Don't give an inch of their land for grazing or water reserve for cattle. All communities can rear cattle, and this could be done or addressed by indigenous people in respect state. If anyone gives an inch, that community would contend with these invading herdsmen and would have no respect for human life. A lot of them are not even but foreigners, and the deserted encroachment is devastating areas where they usually operate. After seeing easy money through cow rustling, banditry and kidnapping, they don't want to leave Nigeria. Well, that's their opinion. Well, I would like you to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to share this news. Let's hear your take on this.